Hey, what's up, guys? Alan here with EatSleepTrade.net. Going to be bringing you guys the swing trading watch list and market update for 725. So first up, let's go ahead and take a look at the S&P 500. As you guys can see, we have officially made it up into new highs, which occurred the first week that I was back from vacation, so that was pretty awesome. One thing I want to note is the candle formation that we have, and I was talking about this even prior to when the formation was completely done, and even mentioned on Twitter, hey, does anybody recognize a resemblance from back in mid to late February to right now? And sure enough, you can tell right there the same exact candle chart pattern, which really shows a lot of buyers off support. So that's important to note. As far as where the market's headed right now, we'll have to take a look and see. It could really go either direction. If it does tend to go down, which it may try to fill up some space on the 20-day moving average, you would like to see that 2130, 2140 new high area resistance start to act as support. That support could go all the way down towards 2100 or the 20 or 50-day moving average. So really no way to tell which way the market's going to go. Hopefully it continues to go higher. Would be pretty cool to see that breakthrough of 2200 or so, but we will keep an eye into that next week. And let's talk about some of the stocks on our watch list. So there wasn't too many contenders that came up on the scans. Only a couple that I wanted to add, so we'll look at those first. So one of the first ones we're going to take a look at is ARNA. And you can see it's kind of trading on a very minimal sloped uptrend channel, compared to this nice bottom base, quadruple bottom that I put in right here. And we're towards the bottom of this a lower channel support area here. You can see the moving averages cross down below the 50, so not technically a positive sign. There was good volume on Friday, which allowed it to come into the scanner, but that volume was obviously more negative and more selling pressure than buying pressure. But still going to add it to the watch list, check and see if it makes a move, maybe from 170 or so back up to this 220 area. Next, that we added to the watch list is going to be CROX. So you just could see a really nice uptrend that's put in since its bottom back in May, and has held that trend really well, holding above its 20-day moving average really well. You could see it came down here, kind of tested down below it, reclaimed it, continued higher, kind of doing that same thing right now, but the one main thing is the hold of that trend line. So major resistance and support areas, this is obviously going to be a major resistance area right in here. And then you can basically just use these gaps for their support and resistance. So here's a nice another resistance area here. So this is going to be the main areas we watch. A move back up and towards this $12 area through 1250s will probably lead us to like a 13 or 1330 move on that. Next on the list, let's look at HLX. And this one was added onto the watch list just for this kind of nice little wedge formation that it's got going on here. You can see the lower highs, higher lows consolidating and the ranges tightening. It's got some good volume here the last couple of days, nothing huge, but it is making a nice consolidation. So we're going to watch that in the next week to see if we get any type of breakout to the top side. Probably over $8. Our high was 837. Now let's just look at a couple honorable mentions. Another one that I like here is TCK. Been able to trade this chart quite a few times. You can see the nice uptrend that it's holding. It is holding above its 20-day moving average right now. We've got a support down here at 1270s and a resistance here at 1450s with a possible move up to just under 16s. So I'm going to be looking for that support area to hold as well as the 20-day right here. If we start making a move back towards 1450, I could probably get interested in it. I would have probably liked an entry on this day here. Obviously, I didn't catch that, so I'll wait and watch the resistance area and see if we get a breakthrough on that. Also, I want to take a look at AMD. We did have a position bought on this right here and did sell out on Friday. Looking at the chart now, Probably would have been nice to leave some on. I did sell in a partial. First partial was up at 580 something, last partial at 560 something. But as the bar turned pretty red on that day, it wasn't looking too favorable in the bulls, but it did get a huge bounce off that support area bottom and rallied all the way back up to not too high, not too far off the highs, and just great volume. And you guys can see the last big earnings breakout that it had. It still consolidated, then continued higher. So who knows, we may get another consolidation off this before we move higher, and setting us up for a fourth trade on this one. Another one that I want to take a look at is IILG. Haven't traded this one in a while. If you guys followed me on this trade, I believe I bought on this first day right here, and ended up holding through this big sell-off right here. This spike actually was only a 5-minute candle, so though the price fluctuated that much, I wasn't watching it and didn't have to feel the nervousness that probably came with that type of a move. However, I did hold it out, and of course, after living through something like that, I ended up selling here at the 1420 resistance area as a fear that this could be the lower high and might put in a rejection and continue lower. Obviously, I was wrong because it continued higher, but after coming through that, at that point, it was worth taking off, cutting my loss as small as I could, and not putting any more risk into it. Since then, the chart has made a nice move all the way up towards 18. It's consolidated up here around 1760, 1750 for a couple weeks now, and starting to catch up to that 20-day moving average. So definitely one that I want to have on close watch. CBB, been a great mover, and we made a nice pullback right to the 20-day moving average. Possible third trade entry on it. Did not enter on Friday, but you could see the big candle that it did put in. So we may see some continuation on Monday through $5. So definitely one that I want to put on alert there. Another one I like is CLF. It's making another nice consolidation, just like it did for us before. I know a few people that have been very short biased on this stock. They were short biased here, they were short biased here, and now they're short biased here. And all the more reason why I think it could possibly continue up higher. It's a very strong stock. It's been trending for a while. It's holding that trend, holding its 20-day. It had this big sell-off, but easily recovered all of that back and some. And again, I just like this consolidation, so we're going to keep that on watch. Alright guys, well that's going to wrap it up for my stocks to watch for the week. Obviously you guys can see that my watch list is filled with all the stocks that have been added to our weekly watch list over the last 3 or 4 months. If you guys have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for future videos. Also, check out the website, eatsleeptrade.net. From there, you can follow me on Twitter as well as Facebook, so you can stay up to date on all the stocks that we are watching and trading. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Good luck into next week, and we'll see you in the next video.